Hey, how you going? I'm Kieran Norton, and welcome to the Kieran Norton channel on YouTube. So, when I filmed this, it was Halloween, which is fitting because I also just watched the third game of the Bledisloe Cup, and Australia got smashed. What was it? 43-5. Although the Kiwis, the All Blacks, got the Bledisloe Cup back yet again. Um, Australia hasn't won it for 18 years, which is crazy. I mean, there's kids who are old enough to drink who has not seen the Wallabies win the Bledisloe Cup, which is just crazy. Um, when they had that 16 all draw in the first game in New Zealand, I was pretty confident. I thought maybe this is the year where we can do it. New coach, new tactics, but no, same old result. BS softens the blow. I mean, rugby union isn't my main sport. It's probably like sport number 5 or something on my favourite, but still kind of sucks that the Wallabies lost. I mean, the only shining light, I guess, is they blooded a lot of young players, a lot of players in their early 20s, which is good. It's what we need. We can't rely on the old dogs. Oh, we can't rely on them anyway. They haven't really done the job, have they? Not a stab at Michael Hooper. I'm a big fan of Michael Hooper. I think he's a great player, great captain. I was thinking, like, we're I wouldn't say we're bad at rugby union, but maybe average. I mean, we're not in the top 3 teams in the world, I don't think. I don't know. I get confused how the rankings work. But, we can be so bad at rugby union, but so good at rugby league, I mean, you can make the argument that less countries, therefore less players play rugby league, which fair enough, but I enjoy rugby league better. Except the grand final when Penrith Panthers got smashed. Well, actually, they didn't get smashed. First half they got smashed. The second half they made it pretty close, but still they didn't win. But yeah, like the Kangaroos, which is the name of the international side, Australian side in rugby league, if you didn't know that, they're good. They're like number 1 team in the world, and when they're not number 1, they're like number 2, because like New Zealand had that New Zealand Kiwis, which is the name of their international team, was number 1 at one stage, and was so good. I mean, I know rugby league and rugby union are different games, but they got similar elements. I mean, they're cousins, or maybe even brothers, or maybe half brother. They might have the same mother but different father. But there's been a couple of good players who've gone from rugby league to rugby union of late. Maria Corabetti is the only one I can think of at the moment, but Wendell Sailor, Matt Rogers did it back in the day. But Corabetti's the only one, and the other winger from Melbourne's going there next year. And I'm thinking, this year rugby league had a loan systems, because the New Zealand Warriors needed players because not all the players wanted to come over due to COVID, which is fair enough. And like Harry Grant was loaned from Melbourne to the Tigers, and the loan system worked quite well, and it works quite well in football or soccer. And I'm thinking, maybe the Wallabies could loan out some. Maybe the Kangaroos could loan out some players to the Wallabies. Some players who are good at rugby league, maybe able to give the Wallabies something. And so I just came up with a short list of 5 players who might be beneficial to the Wallabies. Number 1, should I say number 1, because this player, Cameron Smith, I'm not a fan of him personally. Some of the things he does on the field and some of the dirty stuff and the constantly talking to the referees and getting away with a lot pees me off. But I do agree with he's the greatest player of all time. 420 first grade games. He smashed the old record. Yeah. Well, I reckon he be the best first player you borrow. Put him in the halves. He has that mongrel what you kind of need in rugby union. So yeah, I'll take him. Number 2 is James Tedesco, the fullback from the Roosters. Yeah, he's probably the greatest fullback since Billy Slater. Best player in the game currently. And I say best player since Slater. I'm not saying he's better than Slater because that's impossible. Slater's probably the best fullback of all time. Darren Lockyer is be up there as well, but Darren Lockyer played a lot of football at 5'8", and Club Churchill I didn't get to see play, but I can't imagine him being better than Lockyer or Slater. But anyway, we're not talking about those 3 players. We're talking about Tedesco. I think his reliability at the back would at fullback be beneficial. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the the Wallabies backline. I don't think that's where they're lacking. Talent. Sorry, my hair's just... No, never mind. I don't look good no matter what I do. Oh, actually, that's a bit ridiculous. That's like Ace Mature, Pet Detective Star, or the second one, When Nature Calls. But let's not talk about that because I liked the first movie. I really hated the second one. Anyway, all over the place. Just like the Wallabies defense at the moment. Just don't know what that was meant to be. I think it was meant to represent plays with massive gaps and All Blacks just running for us. Anyway, yes. Number 3, James Tedesco. He would be reliable in the back. He'd be able to catch the balls on a kick. He doesn't let any balls hit the ground. He catches them straight away and runs up the field. Number 3, Jason Talamata. He's a wrecking ball machine. He would just run through them. I don't know how he will go in rugby union with the extra players in the field because rugby league has 13 players, rugby union has 15. But I think he'd still be beneficial. Just keep running through them. Number 4, same reason as Jason Talamono, David Fafita, if he's fit. I think even though he's young, I think his defense/attack, because he's one of those defenders who can also attack, just like Jason Talamono. I think that'd be beneficial in rugby union in the Wallaby side. Number 5, controversial, but I have Michael Morgan. He kind of looks like a rugby union player, just that his face, I don't know, that makes sense to me. When I see him, I think, his face looks like a rugby union player. But put him in the centres. He has a good kicking game, a good passing game. Just see how they go. Actually, I'm going to name one more player as well. Angus Crichton, because he came from rugby union. He was part of the Waratahs system, the Sydney team, Sydney-based Super Rugby team. And they said something about you're 5 years off or 3 years off playing the version of first grade. So he left and went to South. And I don't know how he would go. But he's missing a finger now. He got his finger cut off because it kept getting injured. I don't know how him missing a bit of his finger would go catching the freaking massive fucking rugby union ball. But it's the game. He was brought up in it. He came through the union system. So I'd choose him. Or maybe take David Fafita off the list and put Angus Crichton on the list. That's it. Pretty boring video. Most people probably won't sit through this, but yeah, that's okay. Please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Comment what players would you like to see in from rugby league to rugby union. Could even be like New Zealand players in the All Blacks. You know, I mean, a lot of people would probably be interested in seeing how Kalen Ponga would go. Yeah, I'd say Benji Marshall, but Benji Marshall tried his luck at rugby union and flopped. He coined the name Benchy Marshall because he was always on the bench. I didn't come up with that, but I wish I did. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, have a good night. Happy Halloween. Kieran Dorton. Can I get to 11 minutes? Kieran Dorton. Shh. Out.